Okay. I'm always late. I'm late to the show. If I get enough people here, I'll do a review of some yarns that I just started playing with. So, anybody home? If I remember how to do this. Glare. Covering from my migraine. Show up. Let's see here. No, that's not what I want. I can't wait till I get well known enough that I get folks waiting to jump in. Ooh, I should do this. There we go. There we go. Hope I spelled that right. Oh, Chippy, you have to stay out there. I let her in with all these springs and things lying around. She'd have a field day. No, you stay out there. What is this over here? I'm just gonna. No, I'm not gonna do that. What? I know. You're a piece of fluff. I can't even remember what colorway this is that I'm using. Oh, well, that's okay. What? Well, you can't come in. No kicking. Close up the next 5 minutes and then I don't know if anybody's going to be jumping in anytime here. Nice. Oh well. Maybe try shouting into the void in hopes that it shouts back. If it doesn't, not yet. Okay. At least my hair looks cute. Sort of. Oh, shoot. Okay. I hope everybody else is having a good day. But that's not what I wanted. That's okay. There we go. What do I need? Oh, okay. What is going on out there, guys? Turn back for 2 minutes and sounds like a frat party happening. It sounds like a frat party's happening in my kitchen because my cats are being insane. But that's okay. No, they actually own the apartment. I just pay rent, clean up after them. That's it. Is there another hole? No, I did not. Okay. No, that's not a hole. Okay. Never mind. I swear this is the best way to spend a Friday afternoon. It's sunny, it's gorgeous. Relax with a cold drink. Take care of some fiber stuff. Listen to the kitty cats on the other side of the door demanding entrance to my studio, which is not going to happen because I got too many dangly things that they'll have fun with. And that's not even counting my husband's musical gear. I would love to give a studio tour, but it's a wee bit of a disaster area. Everything's a little tightly packed. That's what happens when you downgrade from a 3-bedroom townhouse with a basement to a 2-bedroom apartment. You know, it's a cute shoebox. It's a cozy shoebox. I'm not going to complain because I have a roof over my head, and I'm grateful that this place, the rent includes utilities. So I'm grateful. Attitude of gratitude, am I right? I try to practice the attitude of gratitude daily. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for the food in my fridge. I'm grateful for the clothes on my back. I'm grateful for the fiber on my wall. I'm grateful for the people that drop in to see what I'm up to and say hello. It's all about gratitude. Instead of looking on the bad side of things and poo-pooing, which it's understandable, and we're surrounded by so much of it nowadays, but I think it's important to just take a step back and be grateful. Hey, Joanne, how are you? I'm glad you agree with me. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see your smiley face. Well, virtual. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're doing well. I hope where you are, the weather is sunny and beautiful. I mean, it's sunny. I wouldn't exactly say it's beautiful here in southwestern Ontario. It's still cool, but the sun is out and I'm absorbing as much vitamin D as I possibly can without setting my skin on fire. I hope you're well. I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, gratitude. I try to practice it daily. Even if it's just something as simple as I'm grateful that, my legs work to help me walk from point A to point B. Because I know some folks can't walk. at least without assistance. My mom has mobility issues. My sister, she's got some, she's getting some. I'm grateful I have 2 feet that work. I'm grateful I have 2 arms that work. They may be sore, but they still work. Oh, you're in Niagara? Really? Oh, nice. The last time I was anywhere near there was about 20 years ago. I did a weekend trip with a bunch of friends. It was feel free to make fun of me, okay? My cousin and I, well, she used to, but I still watch it sometimes. We used to watch WWE religiously, and we used to go to a lot of live shows and events, house shows, and there was a special meet and greet that weekend at their cafe, which I don't even think exists anymore. But there were 4 of us girls in a hotel room. It was fun. But I can only imagine how touristy it is up there. But it's so beautiful in the Niagara Escarpment. I love it up there. Sorry, down, up. My geography sucks. If it helps any, Joanne, I am in the Tri-City area. Where I live, it's about an hour's drive west of Toronto. So I'm not in the big city. I sometimes take the GO bus to the big city. And, it's fun. I don't know what everybody's transportation arrangements are, but I am a pedestrian. I don't have my driver's license, mostly because I'm a little too paranoid to drive. But I was recently informed, I think it was last year, that the GO bus runs on weekends. Unfortunately, the train doesn't connect from where I live to Toronto, but the GO bus does. And you can get a 24-hour pass for $10. Like $10 to go to Toronto and back and wherever else, like in the area. Like, that's a steal. I used to take the Greyhound when the Greyhound was still a thing here in southwestern Ontario, which it no longer is. But I get around with the GO trains now, or GO bus, sorry, which is fun. So, yeah. But yeah, I'll have to come back up to Niagara sometime. It's beautiful up there. I love it. I love it so much. I think the weekend that I was up there with my cousin and some friends, they did the haunted houses. I was like, nah. I'm older and I have a bit of I wouldn't say heart condition, but But yeah, I hope whoever's watching right now, I hope the weather is cooperating with, hopefully it's beautiful, sunny, clear skies, gorgeous day. It's still a little cool here, but I saw something about how it's supposed to snow again next week. I'm done with snow. It's March, it's Canada, anything can happen between now and May, but I'm done. I'm a bad Canadian. I don't like snow. I don't like winter. Nothing. Anyway. So I was thinking if we get enough people in here, I was going to do my review of the Red Heart Flower Power yarn. I just got it. I know it's been out for about 4 months now, but my local Walmart recently started stocking it. I think sometime end of February, beginning of March, it started stocking the Flower Power yarn, and like in a couple of different shades. It's a little bit behind. I think a lot of Walmarts in the States get the newer yarns almost right away. And I got the, when the Granny Spray yarn came out, I got it, I think, about a month after it was released. But the Flower Power yarn, I don't know. I'll wait till we get a few more people in the room to do my review of it. Spoiler alert, it is beautiful. Yes, I imagine tourist season will start soon. Oh my gosh. Niagara Falls, tourists? Say it ain't so. But I can't remember the last time I actually saw the falls, to be honest. It's been a while. Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. Don't mind me. I'm working on a shawl. It's I'm using the Karen Cakes, and it's actually a Karen Cakes free pattern. It's called the Step It Up shawl. So sorry, let me just hold it up here. So I can't remember the name of the colorway, but it was like grays, reds. I'm in love with it. So it's a knit shawl. Well, shawl, more like a shawlette. If I want to use 2 skeins of it or 2 cakes, then it'll be more of a proper shawl. We have not much yarn in our Walmart. Oh gosh, I hope not either. I know at my Walmart, I'm in Guelph, and the yarn section for the longest time was like feast or famine. It was either maybe the same 5 units of like the Bernat blanket yarn and like a couple other things, and that was it, or it was just overstocked with a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah, it's. I hope not either. I really hope that the yarn section in your Walmarts aren't getting phased out. That would suck. I know it's happening in some in the States. So, nice. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I was kind of looking, I'm a little late to the party. Like, I was doing these because I thought they kind of look like dragon tails. So, because last year was the year of the dragon, according to Chinese astrology. This year is the year of the snake. I should be knitting snakes or something, but my sister's crocheting snakes. So she's got that covered. I'm working on a blanket. Nice. Oh my gosh, good for you. You know what? You've always had such a big, beautiful heart, Joanne. I hope I'm not embarrassing you by saying that, but you are. Like, you've always been so incredibly kind-hearted and sweet, and I really appreciate your efforts for that. That's so amazing. Is it a knit or crochet? Just out of curiosity. But no, you've got a big heart, and I love that. I love that about you. You're amazing. And you're always so supportive too, which I appreciate. hence all the wonderful comments. But thank you for being so nice. I know I'm not the recipient of the blanket, but you're very kind. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm doing this because I do a lot of the like Renaissance and medieval festivals in and around southwestern Ontario area, and I should have done the dragon shells last year. I think I had 1 or 2, but my sister actually crocheted dragons, and they sold like friggin' hotcakes. I think she's doing up a bunch this year. I think they're called like comfort dragons, where they're not actually stuffed; they're just kind of flopping over your shoulder. So, oh, you knit and crochet, nice. Yeah, I identify more as a knitter. Like, I crochet specific projects, things like hats, shawls. I did crochet a hexagon cardigan, which was awesome, but it felt like it just took forever, and it was such a yarn eater. But then again, I used like the worsted weight. I think I used the Karen cinnamon cakes, and I used a size 5 crochet hook. Either way, my best friend Beth got it, and she was very happy with it. I was like, surprise, here's a sweater. That's wonderful. Yeah, there are so many people in need. I also, about once a year, I will just knit up a pile of hats, knit or crochet, just like a big stack of them. Because unfortunately, where I live, it's pretty much widespread. There's a lot of folks that are homeless, and every winter things get pretty cold, and a lot of folks need extra layers, or in case they can't find a place to stay. So I just do up like a stack of like slouchy hats, similar to this one. Like, not the this is the brick stitch beanie that my sister crocheted for me, but I'll knit just like basic stockinette beanies, and I use acrylic yarn because I know some folks don't always have access to proper washing facilities. But I just do a bunch of those, and then I donate them to a local charity here, either Hope House, where I volunteered 2 years ago while I was, going through chemo and whatnot, or I donate to another, I'm going to say recipient, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but there's another group. It's called Your Downtown Friends. They also distribute food and like toiletries, that sort of thing. So I didn't do it this year because I was just so busy with school. I felt kind of guilty about it, but next year I'll definitely make up for it. So, but that's amazing. I love hearing and reading about stories of people who make knit or crochet garments or sew garments or whatever and donate them to charity. I mean, especially nowadays, like there's so many people in need. There's so many more people in need now more than ever. And hearing how folks come together to help those less fortunate, that's one of the reasons why I started volunteering at a place 2 years ago. Sorry. Just wanted to do some good while I wasn't, sick in bed battling the chemo sickness. And it has regular beanies. Yep. I knit beanies too. I do them. I cast them on circular needles and just away I go. That reminds me. My mom was asking about circular needles, but she used to knit sweaters on circular needles, so I don't know why she was asking me, but anyway. Oh, shucks. You know what? It was something, I'll be honest, I wanted to volunteer at this place called Hope House anyway. I've been wanting to volunteer with them for a while. They're a place, like, they have a food market, they have a clothing market, they have haircutting facilities, they have free tax clinics. You have to register early though for those because they get filled up pretty quick. They have a cafe. We can just drop in and grab like a cup of coffee and something to munch on. They have so many different facilities for so many different people in need. And it just really, I was kind of wondering like whether or not I would fit in there, like, with all my tattoos and piercings and stuff. Excuse me. But I was welcomed with open arms and just told like, hey, we know you're battling cancer, so whenever you're healthy enough, feel free to come in. And it was a very relaxed atmosphere. They were very lenient with my schedule. Like, I would let them know ahead of time, hey, I'm getting chemo this Thursday, so I won't be in until like next Tuesday or whatever, because I knew I was going to be knocked for a loop. But I was already off work anyway, and with all that spare time in my hands, I mean, I spent a bit of it at first at home, just trying to catch up on everything. But then I realized, staring at the same four walls every day, like, it's great to sit and relax, but I wanted to put my energy to something bigger than me, like something that would benefit a lot of other people. So, there was one time, I'll never forget this. Excuse me. There was a guy that came in and he was just wound up. I think he was tweaking. Like, he was just coming in, like, stomping through the place, and he was cursing. He was like, I'm not going to repeat what he said because, But he was quite agitated, shall we say. Excuse me. Let me take a sip. Sorry. But I guess somebody had talked to this gentleman just to kind of calm him down, see if there's anything they could do to help. Sorry, it's dry as heck in here. So they talked to him and he kind of calmed down. And then, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He came up and he said, I was working in the cafe and said, oh, excuse me, miss, can I trouble you for a cup of coffee? I said, no, you're no trouble at all, sir. What are you taking your coffee? And I think he was flattered that I was calling him sir. I'm so sorry. It is really dry in here. I would love to open the window, but let's see if I can do it a crack here. Okay. But yeah, I chatted with him and, just like, hey, can I get you something to eat? And just, it looks like you're having a hard day. Just sometimes folks just need like a cup of coffee and someone to listen to them vent. You know what I mean? And that's what I was there for, just to, maybe help. If I could help someone else's day be a little bit brighter, that was part of the battle for me, because I, like what I was going through at the time absolutely sucked. It was awful. But if I could put a smile on somebody else's face for the day, like even if it was just temporary, I considered that a job well done. just if I could help someone else, cope a little bit better and have walk away at least, in a better mood. I'm glad they could adjust your schedule. I don't. Oh yeah, I know it's hard to, especially if a volunteer schedule is kind of all over the place. Now, when I was volunteering, the place was only open, I believe, like 9 till 4, Monday to Wednesday. Then Thursdays it was 9 till 6. So, because I like to sleep in, I would get there around 12. So I would help 12 till 4 or 12 till 6 on Thursdays if they needed it. And it just, it was pretty. It was kind of a regular schedule then. But I would have days where I would have to do like different medical appointments. Like I'd have to go for, whatever surgical procedure, like getting the mag seed inserts, just like little chips of titanium to show where the tumors were. Or I would have to get mammograms to show if the tumors were shrinking, like just that sort of thing. So to be able to work around that was wonderful. And plus you get to meet some really cool people too. You're right, sometimes just, sometimes you need to just sit and vent, have some coffee, and get stuff off your chest. I can't remember exactly what this gentleman was going through, and I don't think I can talk about it because I don't want to break their privacy, but, just being able to help get something nutritious in his belly and, just to sit and listen. I find that now as well with becoming a PSW. I'm in a position where I'm kind of I don't want to say amateur counselor. I'm obviously not qualified to help fix people's problems, but I can certainly sit and listen. And I actually did that the other day. One of the clients that I was helping with, she's kind of a semi-regular client of mine. And I was checking in with her in my most recent shift on Wednesday. This woman, she is so amazing. She's 99 years old, soon to be 100, I'd say, I think in May. And very wonderful, very elegant, very polished, very grateful. She always says thank you. Like if I'm assisting with one of the PSWs with personal care or whatever, she always says thank you. And she's very, very sweet. Oh my God, just the kindest woman. But from what I was told, because my schedule is very spotty this month, because we kind of correspond with our preceptor schedule, and she's a nurse, so we go in when we can, and also to rack up hours for our program. But I went in on Wednesday helping. I helped folks with meals and with taking care of themselves. This woman, unfortunately, she's completely incontinent, and she's completely dependent on mobility. We have to use like a transfer to lift her from bed to chair, from chair to etc. So it's nobody asks for that. Nobody signs up for it and says, "Hey, I want to be completely dependent on someone else for my livelihood." It's unfortunate that it happens. But I went to talk to this lovely woman and asking her how she was doing, and she just started crying. Like she just burst into tears. And I said, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong?" I remember she just kept saying, "I just want to go home. I just want to go home." She was feeling very frustrated and very sad and depressed that things were the way they were. I remember she just kept saying, "I just want to go home." So of course I'm listening. I had my hand, I was holding her hand and just listening to her talk and letting her express herself. And I remember saying, I said, "I know that this won't solve anything, but can I give you a hug? Like, will that help any?" And she said, "Oh yes, of course." So I gave her a hug, and this woman, she's like teeny, she's fragile. And so of course I didn't want to give her one of my typical bear hugs. I just gently hugged her. I even gave her a little kiss on the cheek. We wear masks in the facility because there's respiratory illnesses, but I gave her just a little kiss through the mask. Because I noticed that with the fellow PSWs, they're very demonstrative with physical affection, like they're hugging and do like little pecks on the cheek. So I did that, and she just kept saying, "Thank you for listening to me, thank you for the hug," and just oh my gosh, oh my heart. And I said, "I will talk to the nurse. I will address your concern with the nurse, see if there's anything she can do." maybe recommend a social worker for her to talk to as well. But at the end of every shift, we have what's called the debrief, where the students get together with our preceptor to go over our day and talk about what happened, if there's anything particular that stood out. And everybody was like, I helped someone with a bed bath, or I helped someone with a shower, I helped someone with a transfer, I did this, that, whatever. And the preceptor got to me and I said, I was listening to a resident address her concerns. She was very depressed. She's not eating much. And then I just started crying. Because my heart just broke listening to this woman. She was just so heartbroken, because that's truly no way to live. Unfortunately, it is an unfortunate reality for some folks, but that just, like, nobody asks for it. Nobody signs up to be completely dependent on others to help get them around or take care of personal needs, that sort of thing. It broke my heart. I just couldn't stop crying. Thanks so much, beautiful. Thank you, Joanne. You're too sweet for your own good. Oh my gosh. It was one of those things. This woman just was pouring her heart out, and like there was somebody else helping with feeding her and whatnot, but the way she just turned to me and started talking and started crying, and then in this debrief, I started crying because I felt so bad. Like, I know it's not my job to help people with their, I'm getting choked up now. I know it's beyond my scope of practice as a PSW to assist others with, say, any sort of issues with mental health or psychological health, whatever. But I just felt so bad. Like, I couldn't wave a magic wand and make this better for her. So I talked about it with the preceptor as well as my program instructor. Like, she's the head of the whole thing. And she said, it sounds like this woman is declining. I said, yeah, I think she is, because she's sleeping a lot. She's not eating as much. She's going into depression, which is a thing in folks that are, incontinent, cognitive disabilities. Depression can be and is a thing for some folks. So, no one signs up for this life. I've never met anyone that said, I can't wait until I'm in a position where I am physically incapable of taking care of myself. I can't wait until I am in a position where somebody else has to help me go to the bathroom. I am still looking forward to, having someone wipe up my messes when I can't eat properly. Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that. So, listening to this woman and addressing, I did actually talk to a PSW who's there full time. I'm only there for till the end of the month. I couldn't find the nurses that were on duty for that shift. I guess they were, like, in the particular neighborhood that I work at anyway. I think they were on break or something, but which is fine. But I did say these problems need to be addressed with the nurse. I'm going to bring them up when I go back in for my shift on Sunday. But I said I would love for someone to talk to her, maybe have her sign up with a social worker or a counselor so she can talk about these issues. I would like to have the nurse, have it made known that, she's refusing food. She's not eating as much. The depression is very, obvious. I think in my humble opinion, I think she's declining. So, and there's something too with personal support workers, especially in working with palliative. And I'm not saying that this client is palliative, but there is something in palliative care called the surprise question, where a PSW will ask themselves, or a member of the healthcare team will ask themselves, would I be surprised if this client, resident, etc., passed away in the next 12 months? And for that, my answer was no. So, I mean, not because of her age, she's 99, yes, but because she's not doing too good. So, yeah, and it's a sad but common reality to expect in this line of work, and I knew it. I knew it going into it. I knew I was going to face situations like this, signing up for this line of work. I knew it was going to happen. It sucks seeing it happen, but unfortunately, it's very much a reality for some folks. I really wish I knew what that thread was. Oh, yeah, figure it out. But anyway, sorry, I'm like info dumping like crazy right now. So if anybody else is like, in the healthcare industry or in line with like personal support work or whatever, feel free to chime in. Let me know if this is a thing. Anyway, trying not to get choked up. Yeah, I think the challenge for me is to not bring stuff like this home every day, which I mean, I don't. I cried. I got it out of my system. I can look back and say I did what I could for someone at the moment when they needed it. I behaved well within my scope of practice. I let other members of the healthcare team know. I did what I could. So yeah. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll finish this shawl today. We'll see what happens. Yeah, especially in the province of Ontario, PSWs are definitely in demand. I learned a lot in the past few years about this. Yeah, oh my gosh. It is hard, but at the same time, there are educational agencies that are making it so easy, or at least easier now. Like, I don't know if you remember, up until I'd say 3 years ago, the provincial government was waiving the fees for what was called the Fast Track program for folks to sign up to become PSWs. And the course was being taught through the Dune campus of Conestoga College, which is only a half hour from where I live. So if I'd taken that course, I would have had to do it virtually. The thing was, by the time I got around to signing up for it I think it was in 2022, it was no longer free. So, yeah, you snooze, you lose, right? But I think the fees for that were, I think tuition for that alone was like $4,000 or something. I can't remember. Once it was no longer being offered for free through the provincial government, to the surprise of nobody. But I digress. So the program that I am taking is being offered through continuing education through the Upper Grand District School Board. And the normal tuition for that is, I think, $1,400 Canadian, of course, with an additional $300 for supplies like the textbooks and whatnot. But when I went for the information seminar, oh my goodness, we were informed that evening that the Ministry of Education was waiving those fees. So the only items I had to pay for were some scrubs and non-slip shoes. So, from what I understand, the Ministry of Education will be continuing to waive those fees, I'd say at least for the next 2-3 years. Now, again, that's through the Upper Grand District School Board. I can't speak for the rest of the province, unfortunately, or for the rest of Canada in general, for that matter. I would recommend folks maybe get a hold of their local riding officers, like local MPs, MPPs, whatnot, and say, hey, this is what they're doing in southwestern Ontario. This country's going to need PSW because we've got an increasing aging population. We need to, bump up the numbers for personal support workers because they're going to be very much needed very soon. So yeah, it was good to waive those fees. It was, it definitely helped me financially because I didn't I mean, like I said, the program through Conestoga was about $4,000. I didn't have that kind of change kicking around in my couch cushions. You know what I mean? I just like the 1,400 would have been a little bit more easily achievable, even if I had to take out, say, a bank loan or something, which I would rather chew my own arms off than do that. But when they said, "Oh yeah, those fees are waived," I was like, yes. Yeah, and it's funny because every time I go to my local Walmart, I find scrub. We have to wear Navy scrubs to show that we're serious, so we get the Navy scrubs. And every once in a while, I'll go to my Walmart, and I'll see a certain brand of scrubs where they're on sale. Like just today, I found a few that were on sale. So, oh, sorry, I need to say goodbye. That's okay. No, hey, you got a previous commitment. I am not going to hold you from that. That's, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll catch you another time for sure. Yeah, we will chat again. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. But I'm glad you came out. It's good to see you. I appreciate your company. I always appreciate your company. So, yeah, no worries about me. I got stuff to keep me busy. So, but I hope everything goes well for you today. I do. I appreciate the visit. Don't want to get tangled in this. Yes, you too. Enjoy your day. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I appreciate it. It was fun. I will have to. Yeah, we'll have to catch up again sometime. We'll have to catch up sometime soon. Sorry, my phone was humming and I don't know why. You're not supposed to hum. Why? Why hum? Okay. All fair and good. I love when phones make noise. For no reason. Oh, gosh. Get in there. Okay. So, yeah, I was going to do a review of the Flower Power from Red Heart because it's such a pain in the butt. Or at least I found it was anyway. I'll give a more comprehensive review in a bit. But no. Get back there. Okay. Why are you not? Got it. Sorry. Things are a little weird here. Okay. There we go. I don't know why this is doing this. Okay. Anyway. Don't mind me. Let's finish this row. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those days where you just get to kick back and relax with a easy yarn project. At least I hope anyway. At least I hope everybody else is working on a project that's easy and fun. Anyway. Okay. Get out of here. Nope. Oh, no. All right, get back there. All right, so yeah, hopefully we get enough folks in here at some point. I was going to do a video on my channel. I think I might do it anyway, but just where I'm reviewing the flower power yarn because I finally just got my hands on it not too long ago. My local Walmart finally started bringing it in. So we'll see what happens. It doesn't look good. Oh well. All right. I might sign off a bit earlier because I don't know, maybe I'm just not getting the right day. Maybe I'm not getting the right amount of traffic. I should do it during Saturday, but I know there are other folks up for Saturday live streams, so and Saturdays are catch-up days. That's okay. Better luck next time. Ooh, now that I think about it. Yeah. Let's just do this row and be done with that. Since no one else is going to come join me, that's fine. I'm sweating anyway. Okay. Ah, shoot. Oh, I know what you are. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just about finished up here. I'll have to try for a better time where we get a little bit more traffic. Ooh, and maybe I can start one of those today. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'll see if I can try and pick a better time that works for everybody else. All right, I'm going to log off. Not that I'm talking, but I'm going to log out. I'll come back another time that works better for everybody else. See ya.